Hey everybody, it is Friday! It is Friday. It's lunchtime Friday. And you know what that means? It means Polly is going to be doing more test automation and for about an hour sitting here, because that's the way I kind of do my automation day to day over here. And this is, I'll tell you a little bit about myself and what I'm doing. I've posted this up on a couple of different places, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and I've invited friends to come over. And I would love to invite everybody to say hi. If you are watching this on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to go jump over to YouTube over here, YouTube. I'm going to go take a peek at YouTube, Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. You can put that in there. And I'm going to go and copy that and let people know we are live. Look at that right there. It says we're live. Bring test code. Am I live? I should be. Yeah, there we go. Yes. I can hear myself talking, and I can see all sorts of cool stuff. So if you happen to be watching live, you can chat with me. You can ask questions. You can bring your own URLs. The challenge. And Polly misspelled challenge. I need an AI to type this stuff out for me. But so my apologies if that is the case. So I'm going to say hello and paste paste a URL to test. And once we get a few things in here to test. I should edit that. I don't think I can edit that. So I can't even delete it. I can remove it. There you go. I'll remove it and we'll try it again. I'll do it down over here. Say hello, and paste a URL to test, because we are doing codeless test automation today. You can take a look on my YouTube, on my channels over there, and you can see it's over there. It's listed. I just put it up on YouTube. I just put it up on Twitter and Slack and all that stuff over here. And you can see that we're going to be doing some automation today. That's the important thing. We're going to be doing this without any code. Without any code. We're going to do it without any code. We're going to do it without any xPath, without any CSS. And we're going to be going and jumping around and seeing what we can do to that. I'm going to tell my friends to join live for test automation. No code, no CSS. Right now. Okay, live. I'm going to post that over there. I'm going to go post that on a couple of different sites. I should have posted it earlier, but we are live right now, and I'm going to check and see if anybody is watching over here. Okay, we got a few people watching. All you have to do is say hello and chat out. I'm going to be trying to get a little bit better at all of this later on, but I'm going to go and do a couple of messages out here and see if I can get this to get a little bit of information out there. Yeah, I'm going to go paste this out into my friends on Facebook. And I already got X, I got Facebook. Who else should I reach out to? Who are my friends out there that need to know? My friends, I got friends on Threads. I've got friends on Threads. And I am going to paste that out there and say to join. We are live right now, and see if anybody is going to be doing this. Even if it's just a small crowd, do say hello and put in a URL, because we're going to be doing this. We're going to do paste this over on LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn would be a good place to announce that we are doing cool stuff. So I am going to go and say we are live right now with test rigger. We'll do that. And by the way, in the upcoming days and weeks, there is some other tools that I saw that is going to, there's a couple companies that are going to do the Candy Mapper Challenge. So if you are basically out there saying you want to do this, you want to see it, then let me know. Because, or if you are a challenge, if you want to write your script live, I'm going to be having a lunchtime and trying to do this every day at lunchtime for an hour. And if you have a tool that you want to show off, if you want to take the Candy Mapper Challenge, then you can do that. I'm going to do this Candy Mapper. I'm going to go over here, Candy Mapper. I'm going to switch to this tab. There is our Candy Mapper Challenge right over here. Now, if you don't know what the Candy Mapper Challenge is, I'll show you. I'm going to go clear my cookies. So I'm clearing my cookies over here. There are no cookies here. And if I hit a refresh, what happens is we get a little pop-up. And the pop-up tells you exactly what the Candy Mapper Challenge is. And it says here, just close the X on this button over here. Just do this. Any automation tool. I don't care what you're using. I play around with a whole bunch of them. Today I'm using Test Rigger to go show it off. And then populate the contact us field. Populate this and then verify any success message. And then run the test on candymapper.net if you want to go and go one step further, because there's another Candy Mapper. This one's done under Wix, not GoDaddy. The one's under Wix and one is under Candy Mapper under GoDaddy. So here's the steps. Okay, we're gonna go through this. It's roughly 8 to 10 steps. Okay, step 1, click the X button. Step 2. Now you're going to be probably up here, but you'll want to enter in a name, like I'll say Fozzie Bear. I like Fozzie Bear. It seems really legit. Oh, look, it's the first name. And then we'll put Fozzie, we'll put Bear over there. And then I'm going to click on, so that's 2. Populate one of these fields, not the email field. Just populate any one of these fields, even the message, and click Submit. Okay, that's 3. Click the Submit button. That's the Candy Mapper Challenge. Number 4 is to validate that you entered a valid email address. Okay, that's 4. 5, put in any email. I like to do me@me.com because it's really quick to type. And that's 5. 6, click the Submit button a second time. And 7 is validate that we got this message up here. We will get back to you within 48 years. I know it's a long time, but yeah, it's 48 years. It'll take a while to get back to you guys, but you know, this is what this thing is all about. This is a fun little challenge. That is it. Just 7 steps to do the automation challenge. Now, the trick is, how quickly can you get through this challenge using the tool that you are using? So everybody, I'm going to do something kind of fun over here. I'm going to say clock. I'm going to type in my clock. I want to bring up my clock over here. Here's my clock, right? I'm going to start a clock over here. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. Yes, we'll do a clock over here. And I'm going to go bring up Candy Mapper. We'll set it up to the side over here. Now, can I adjust this so it's a little bit smaller? Yes, I can. All right. So we're going to keep the clock in the lower screen over here. And I'm going to set a timer, and we're going to start it up over here. Whoops, sorry, lost it. Okay, we're going to bring it up over here. This is just having all sorts of fun. This is the coolest thing with Windows, that you can adjust these, but I want to customize the adjustment here. And of course, it decides to do that instead. Oh my gosh. Fine, let's do it that way, okay? And I want my clock over here. All right, fine, do it that way. All right, here we go, everybody. We're going to do the Candy Mapper Challenge. Now, I will admit it's a little bit of a cheat because I've done this before, but we're going to give it our best shot and see what we can do on how to get to our Candy Mapper, get through all 7 steps, without a recorder, without anything like that. Maybe we'll do it a couple of different times. Hey, look at this. I got somebody watching me. You're watching me? Are you watching me? Yeah, they're watching me. Just a reminder, you can. Today is Friday. If you're watching me on YouTube, and if you happen to see it somewhere else, jump over to my YouTube channel. Do me a favor. Go over to YouTube, and the Dark Arts Wizard, Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard, and go to the live session that's here right now. And I'm going to put in a chat over here. You can chat with me, and you can paste a URL, any URL you want. I'll check it first to make sure it's not something kind of suspicious. But yes, paste the URL in here, and I will test it. We will do a test on that. Okay, fair enough. There I am saying, please paste the URL in here, and I will test it. And I'm going to go copy this over to my sensor because we got people joining over here. A second person has looked at this. Seriously, one person came in and left. I can't believe that. Why did you jump in and jump out? It's got to be my timing. I don't know. All right, so there's our chat. This is how you can communicate with me. And maybe they're going to jump over to YouTube and come in over there. So here we are. Here is the Candy Mapper Challenge. We're going to go over to our test cases, and I am going to get a brand new test, and we're going to redo it. And I think what I'll do is we'll do it 2 or 3 different ways. Okay, so I'm going to, never mind on that. I knew that was because there's a failure over here because I'm messing around. We're going to add a new test case. So we'll start our timer. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm going to add a new test case, and this test case is going to be the Candy Mapper Challenge. And by the way, I wrote very little of that website. I used GoDaddy in order to create it. And if I keep talking while I do this, it's just going to slow me down. So what's the first thing I want to do there is I want to click close. We'll do that. I think to close the pop-up. All right. That's our first thing I'm going to do. And then the second thing I said I want to do, enter some name, Paul, okay, into first name. All right. Because there's a first name and a second name. Oh, I forgot to capitalize the F. Who cares? Next, I'm going to click submit like this. I'm going to click submit. And then next, I'm going to check page contains. Page does not contain. We'll do this. We'll make it at least 10 steps. 48 years. Okay. We'll do that. And we also want to check the page contains valid email. I'm just doing it off of memory. Hopefully I have it correct. I wrote the website, but the next thing I want to do is, I'm going to go and enter an email into the site, right? We're going to enter, I said, the one I like is me@me.com. I don't collect the emails. I don't do anything with them. This is just a completely fake site. It is the most expensive thing I do out of pocket is keeping this website going for, can you believe it, 7 years? 7 years. The Candy Mapper websites have been out there. I can't believe it. Into first name. And then what are we going to do? We're going to click submit again. And the next thing, last 2 things, 7 and 8, we're going to check that the page does contain 48 years. I'm going to add it, and I'm going to run it. There's the Candy Mapper Challenge. I hope you're entertained. Are you not entertained? Hopefully you are entertained. I hope so, because I've got another 45 minutes to go, and I have no idea where I'm going because I need someone to provide a URL to being tested. Look at this. I said it's a Candy Mapper Challenge and it failed. You know why? Because this ain't Candy Mapper. That's Best Buy. That's Best Buy over here. And why is that? Because Best Buy the URL that I'm going to over here. So what I need to do is I need to do navigation over here. So we'll fix this. Remember, timer keeps a running. The timer keeps going. All right, here we go. So what I want to do is I want to open the URL. We're going to put that in there. And we are going to go over to Candy Mapper, and we're going to copy that URL. And then we're going to go back over to, which one? This one over here. I'm going to drag this over to the right so I know which one is the one I want. We are going to go over here and pop that in. If you like this, by the way, share this link, join me, check out my stuff, and take a look. All 5 days of the recordings are there, and they're going to be up on, by the way, Polly, this is supposed to be a thing. TikTok over here, Dark Arts Wizard. Okay, the TikTok over here. I don't know what happened to that TikTok over there. Oh, I'm going to go drag it up here. I am on TikTok. So there's a few videos. You'll see them up here, a little bit of activity. You'll see that posted up shortly. But I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to update and test because I'm navigating over to this website. And let's see if I can get this done. How quickly can I get it? It's opening up, and the last time I ran it took almost 10 seconds for it to execute. So we're going to watch this and see what happens. Okay, it's open. And it's initially basically switched directly over to Candy Mapper. It clicked on close. Let's see. Let me see this. Did we get this pop-up? We got this pop-up, and then we said click close. Now look, close is over here. This is the button I'm actually looking for. It's an X. So I'm going to stop the test right here. We're going to cancel that. Okay, we're going to go quick edit, and we're going to say click. We're going to say click. Close. I'm going to say click X. Let's try that. Maybe that's easy enough. Maybe I should have been more simple because close isn't really there, but there's X over here. I'm going to go take a look at our Candy Mapper site over here, and I'm going to go and clear my cookies. Clear the cookies. Cookies are being cleared, and then we're going to actually go up to Candy Mapper. We'll refresh this. And there's our site over there. And I'm going to right click on this and go to inspect. Now there's something I want to tell you guys about. There is a tool out there that I use, and it is called, we're looking at the Selectors Hub. Selectors Hub, which is this guy over here. Selectors Hub Pro. And what it does is it gives you a list of all sorts of things. And in fact, if you're writing stuff in Playwright, Playwright is listed right there. If you're writing stuff in TestRigger, TestRigger is right there. And whatever automation tool you're using, just don't do an absolute path because you don't want to do that. I want to go and find out exactly what description is in this X over here. So TestRigger said you should have clicked X, not close. Well, all right, fine. What else does this say in here? I'm going to go zoom a little bit out. Is there anything else in this element that I want to take a look at? Let's go take a peek at this. All right. And it says this is an icon. It's an X icon. And what do we have in here? A path. We have a little bit of that. All right. Color icon 28 pop-up widget. Close. Oh, you know what? Close icon. I bet you close icon would do this. All right. Let's go back over to TestRigger and see how it is doing. So I'm going to go, and it failed because it didn't get that test. So I'm going to get that X over there, and I'm going to say click, close, icon, close, dash icon. And we're going to do that. And we'll update and retest and see if we can get to that. Now, while we're also doing that, I'm going to do something else over here. There is a couple other different ways that we can do this. And one is called live mode. I don't think I've talked about live mode all week. So I'm going to go over to live mode, and I'm going to launch a live mode session over here. I'm going to try and make my interaction over here just a little bit smaller. Can I grab that? Can I grab it? Can I? Yeah, there we go. All right, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, and I can make this adjustable. And we're going to go and set this up so that we can have this. We are at the Best Buy over here, and I am going to go to my my buttons over here, check page, copy, paste the URL. Okay, so what I'm going to do is say open URL, and we're going to go put in the Candy Mapper site over there. And I'm going to go and execute this. And that should take me right over to Candy Mapper. All right, cool. We just switched over here to Candy Mapper. I'm going to go click on this button over here. It says it's a pop-up widget, and it closed it. Keep in mind, this could be a random number. This is the AI not being as smart as it should be. 80% of the time, AI is really good, and then there's this 20% where it's like, it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with the tools. They all use the same AI. They all get the same results on that. If you have different results, I invite you to come join with me at lunchtime and have some fun while we do this. So there is our close icon that we could use. And if I do a refresh, here's a problem. Here's something that you notice I've been clearing the cookies. I'm going to execute this, and I'm going to refresh. My pop-up doesn't come up. But if I do clear cookies, it should, if I spell cookies correctly, I'm going to go take a look and see exactly how I'm supposed to write that. I'm going to go to my documentation and find cookies. Let's see, cookbook, browser cookies. There's browser cookies. And if I want to clear cookies, I just type clear cookies. Well, I could have done that myself. All right, clear cookies. I'm going to go execute this, and then I'm going to do a refresh. Let's see if we get that pop-up to come back up. It sure does. Look at that. Cleared the cookies, got that up, did it in plain English. Cool. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to try this. We're going to say close this icon over here. And I'm going to just change it a little bit so it says click close icon. And I'm going to go execute that. Does it hit it? Does it? It got it. It closed it. So now I don't have to worry about the next time the developers change that widget number, some sort of random thing. Is that cool or what? I think it's pretty cool. All right. So the next thing we said was, oh, we got 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, 10 minutes. 10 minutes remain. All right. So I'm going to go click, close the icon, and we're going to go back, and I'm going to go and, well, let's see. I'm going to say enter Paul into first name. And I'll do that. Remember, this first name is off the screen, but I scrolled it up. Bada bing, we're done. All right. Next thing is I want to click submit. I'm going to click submit. We'll execute, and submit should be clicked. There it is. The submit is right there. And now we want to validate this. How shall I validate this? I think I'll just click on it. And it says, check if page contains this validation. Look how freaking fast. That was like a millisecond. That came right back and said, yeah, that's right there, buddy. All right. And then I want to enter an email. Now I can do that. Now it gives me a generic email, but what if I wanted to put in my own? Remember, I want to put in me@me.com. So I'm going to say me@me.com. How freaking easy is that? I could even change a variable and have a variable come in and enter different types of stuff. Remember, we did some data-driven testing. You can do that. So just put in me@me.com. And now what am I going to do? I'm going to come click the submit. And I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to execute it, and we're going to get that, and then we're going to check. It's off screen, so I'm going to say check page contains 48 hours. We'll do that. Let's see what we get. Oh, I put in a quote in there. Hopefully I typed it in there. check page contains 48 hours. I'm going to go execute that over there. Does it have 48 hours? Does it have it? I'm going to see if I can get it to scroll over there. Okay, I'm going to hover. Let's see. Check page contains, because I don't see it. So I'm going to scroll up. We'll tell it to scroll up. Execute that and see if I actually have 48 hours on the page. Thank you. Oh, years! 48 years. Okay, Polly's an idiot. Boom. We put that in there. We execute. And we are done with the Candy Mapper Challenge. It's all in there. I'm going to go and say finish the session. It does say, yep, it's there. 48 hours. Okay. I'm going to finish this and say confirm. We're at 13 minutes to get this done. This is the only thing was over here. I did a scroll up. And why did I do the scroll up? And I want to say within 40. I'm going to say, I just want to say, just make sure it's there 48 years like that. And I think that is all we need. I'm going to go and give this a retest, save and retest. And let's see how long it takes for this to do. At that point, we will put this at a stop point. Remember how many steps is that? It says 25, but there's spaces in between, so it's 12 different steps. It is chugging away. It's going to the URL. It's going over here, checking the site, clearing the cookies, closing the icon. I did click close the icon, close icon. No, none of that random number stuff over there. Got that? All right. And I see 2 people. A reminder, since I got a brand new person who's looking over here, a reminder, if you're watching this on YouTube, I have a few minutes left. You can ask me to automate a URL. Paste any URL you want in there. It is Open URL Friday. I will automate it. I take on all challengers. I won't even say who put it in there. But if you do, if you've got a public site, if you want to go someplace, like, go over here to TikTok and check out some stuff. Or if you want me to go to, I don't know, what's something? Cool websites, cool math games. We could go to cool math games. I could go over to that site and go and validate that. I don't care what it is. I've got all this time, 15 minutes left over here, and we're going to take a look at our test case. That was our live session that we did. It is done. It is passing, and it passed, and it took 27 seconds to do that. I'm going to put that at 16 minutes. 16 minutes to write this test case. And again, the big thing I'm pointing out here, there is no page object model. There is no CSS. You can watch this video if you came in late. No CSS, no XPath, no code, no Java, no JavaScript. And you want to do an AI validation? Let's do an AI. I heard that. He says, I want to do an AI. Show me that AI validation. I want to show you an AI validation. Take a look at this. I've got a candy wrapper. I'm not sure if that is going to identify it, but we're going to do this. We are going to go from the run up here. I'm going to go up here, and I am going to say check page contains, where it contains a stylized. Do you realize that the AI doesn't care if I misspell stuff, right? Stylized candy in a wrapper. So using AI, and Polly needs to learn how to spell using, and you can make fun, laugh at me all you want, I don't care. Check page contains. We're going to do this as an AI, and as I said, we're going to restart this. We'll hit this and let it kick off. We're seeing if we can identify that as a candy. It is kind of cut off, so I'm not sure if it's actually going to see this. And if not, what I'm going to do is I will go over to my Candy Mapper site, and go and see my other images and see if there's something in there. See if there's a vampire. You think we'd identify her as a vampire? 150 years in business and one owner. What do you think of that, huh? There's our zombie gone. There's our last stuff over here. This is everything else that's the same. There are, if you are bored, just please come over to the Candy Mapper website. I don't care if you go to .net or .com. They're essentially identical. And try to find all the bugs. There's bugs in this thing all over the place. And if you're not interested in finding bugs, then maybe you might want to go over to the Halloween plan, a Halloween party. Find all the fun things, like find my candy, answer me these questions 3. Do you know what movie that's from? What is your name? What is your quest? What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Huh? Yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff that's in here. We even fake up a reCAPTCHA over here. Actually, this one's got a real reCAPTCHA out here to go and sign up on this. But the other Candy Mapper, this one's got a fake one over there. So let's go back over to Test Rigger over here. Let's go take a look and see. It did fail. So what did it not like? I know what it is that I told you 50-50 chance that it was going to contain a stylized wrapper. But let's see what the AI said, because it's a little cut off. It says the screenshot shows a pop-up challenge of the Candy Mapper Automation Sandbox with a red candy or sweet illustration at the top of the modal. The image depicts what appears to be a wrap candy around the web ends and not a styled one. Oh, I put the word stylized in there. I could have just said candy in a wrapper and it would have passed. Oh my gosh. But you know what? That's your AI. You know what? It came so close. It came close enough that I can say a stylized can. Polly didn't type this. Stylized contains candy in a wrapper. Okay, I'm gonna give that a retest over there. This one's on me. I did not type it correctly. While I'm here, and since nobody has sent me a thing of, hey, shout out to my friend Boomer Tester. Listen, guys, I'm going to show you something. I always like it when somebody does this and they go out here and they do a shout out. And me and Boomer Tester have been talking for a while. I'm going to do a search for Boomer Tester. You need to follow Boomer Tester over here. This is Boomer Tester right here. How many people does he have? Okay, he's got 381. When I first saw him, I have got a screen capture. I think he had 7. And I was trying to see if he would get more followers. And I just basically said, hey, go follow Boomer Tester. Go follow Boomer Tester. Now he's got 381. Good on you, Boomer Tester, man. That is fantastic. I got the hands up. I got praise. Praise this. Boomer Tester, do you have a URL that you would like me to go and play around with and test? That is my challenge. He's probably the only guy who's gonna do that. I've got 3 eyeballs, 3 people looking at me. Just a reminder, I've got about 25 minutes left for lunch in order to finish this up, and it will be posted up on my Twitter account. It will be up on LinkedIn. It will be up on my YouTube channel. There's my YouTube channel. That's me live over there. And here's the messaging that you get. You can if you're watching from YouTube, you can put in a URL. Boomer Tester says, let me think about that. All right, not too long. I will take any comers, anybody who has a URL. I will go and automate it. All right, here we are. Let's see. I did this. This one says pop up, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. That says a stylized version. And I'm going to go and retest this over here. Oh, this is the test. It's still in progress. It's still chugging away. But I want to go back and see, did we have a failure? I don't see a failure. And it is going over here. Do we have this? I think it's sitting here. Where is my validation? Where did it go? Check the page candy is in a wrapper. Now, keep in mind, as I always say, AI takes a while to think about it. So do keep that in mind. Don't do AI on every step, or you're going to have really slow test cases. And then everyone's going to go, why don't you do this with headless mode? Do it in headless mode. That's a great idea. It's a stupid idea. I'm going to tell you that. Headless mode is a bad idea. You know why? Because you are writing and debugging your test cases at one speed, and it's all going to be great. And you get in headless mode, and it goes like this. It's like you've got this really fast Maserati car, right? And you're out on the desert. It's a straightaway, right? And you're going, if this is non-headed, and you're at it, you're straightaway, you can go right down the street as fast as you want. And then someone says, great, let's do it headless. First of all, we're going to blindfold you. Okay, I don't know what the post Boomer Tester just said something. I don't know what the images are, but I'll find out. But to explain, it's basically like having a car. You're blindfolded. Your automation frame or your automation AI agent is blindfolded, and the car is at the top of a mountain that has switchbacks on it, and you just put a brick on the gas pedal. And at the first turn, it goes right off the edge. This is a rule that I follow myself that I'm very important about, is I will always take accuracy over speed. Accuracy over speed anytime. Because I don't want to be validating something that says, well, the test case, it failed because it ran 10 times faster than the manual tester. Well, that's not a testable requirement. I always try to keep my test cases running consistently at the same rate. That is why I am not a fan of headless. If you are having success with headless, good on you. That is fantastic. My thing is keep my constraints the same. Don't compare apples to oranges. Okay, what was I saying over here? I was saying that I was going to do this validation. And, this is the thing that will blow your mind. I don't know if Boomer Tester was here to see this a moment ago. I'm going to show extra info. And it says contains candy in a wrapper is now true because I took out the word stylized. And I also had the word can instead of candy. So it did fail correctly. I didn't see a stylized can. But it described what it did see. The screenshot shows a pop-up challenge from this, and it says there's a red circular graphic at the top that appears to be stylized candy. Well, now it's a stylized. Well, then the problem was I had the word can in there. All right, it failed because I couldn't see a stylized can. A stylized candy in a wrapper with twist ends on both sides. Absolutely, that's there. Yes, it's there. In fact, you can also see it over here. I'm not sure which one it went for. But yeah. Look at that. Is that blowing your mind? It says, and then put it in parentheses, by the way. You didn't ask me for this, but it's there. And the image is decorative for the pop-up challenge related to Candy Mapper, a service evidently related to candy. No. The theory is that it's not real, but what it is that it would have a map to show you. It's like Waze, but for Halloween. This app is only good for one day of the year, and it would tell you which houses aren't giving out candy, which ones are giving out apples. You skip those. We want the freaking candy. We want that. If there's a candy company out there who would like to sponsor this, absolutely reach out to me. You can reach me at thedarkartswizard@gmail.com. Put the article the in front of it. Somebody else's darkartswizard@gmail.com. I don't know who they are, but they probably wouldn't appreciate anything. So if you're a candy manufacturer and you would like to talk about this, and I'm considering whether I should tell the other half of that story. Yeah, this Candy Mapper site's been up for at least 7 years, but a couple years ago, somebody tried to make it. Candy Mapper site actually had it. All right, Boomer Tester, I'm waiting on you to come up with a URL because nobody else is out there. And I see this popping up here, but I don't know what that is, Boomer Tester. It's just too small. So I see it over there. I'm gonna put that down over here. Let's see. I'm actually learning how to do all this stuff. But is this cool? The images is correctly, and it says it's a visual element. You know what it also will do? It will also check behind the scenes on the HTML. It will say, I don't see anything really referencing this candy that you're looking for, but the evidence on the screen does provide, say, it's there. It is absolutely there. What do you think? Should we go down? Should we scroll down to my friends? Oh, hold on a second. Yada yada yada. Boomer Tester says you should go to PHP Travels. That sounds like a site that is absolutely safe. So I'm going to go. Let's go do it. First of all, let's go. I'm going to reset our clock over here. I've got 19 minutes before we go off the air, and everybody who's been watching all along, thank you very much. We're going to go over to PHP. I'm a slow typer. I have never, all these years as a developer, you would think I would become a I mistyped it. Don't get freaked out about that. Let's try that. Yes, there we are. PHP Travels over here from Boomer Tester. Awesome. So I'm going to go clear the screen a little bit so we can see this a little bit more. And I'm going to want to go over here. I could maybe invite, it's a classic for test automation at testing. Awesome. I like that. All right. So what do we want to try and do? We could try and do a login. I like this. There's something cool that I just saw recently. Let me see if there's something I can see for populating. We got leaving a message. Let's see. We got some main modules. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Boy, that's big. That is big, big, big. We have a product demo. Huh. I like that. We're going to go to that. I'm going to go give this a shot and see if I can populate this. What do you think? How about 3 steps? 3 steps. Who says I can't do it? I'm going to give it a shot. 3 steps on this. Here we go. I'm not going to cheat and use that URL. I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to go and let's see, PHP Travels. I've got that copied into. By the way, this is a history that you can have. This is Windows V. If I hadn't mentioned it, I think I mentioned it at the very beginning. Windows V, and you get yourself a clipboard history, which is fantastic. Here we go. Starting the timer. We're going to officially get back over here. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to test cases. I'm going to add a new test case. And remember, we are, just for fun, I'm going to call this the PHP Travels over there. I'm going to open URL and put this in here. And I said I'm going to try and do this in 3 shots. Okay, so I'm going to take my little test figure here, put it over here. And I want to go and what did I see? Demo, I think is what I clicked on. I clicked on demo. Am I correct? I went to demo. Okay, so I'm going to go and try click demo. And if it doesn't work, we'll go into live mode and do it. Click demo. That's 2. And 3, fill out form. 3 lines. Who says I can do it? Who says I can't? I'm going to add it. Let's go see what happens over here. So we are adding that in. Going to open this up. And let's see where it goes. 3 lines. Get to a demo. And populate the forms. Uh-oh. Boomer Tester. I got to tell you this. It's trying to identify. Why would this use AI to check? If it's a fake travel site, why would you have Cloudflare being, putting this, ambitious? Thrice steps, he says. Thrice steps, ambitious. What is he saying here? I use Streamlabs to merge my YouTube and Twitch chat while I'm streaming. Helps me monitor both. I'm currently using StreamYard, but I'm more than happy to take a look at Streamlabs. I appreciate that. I'm actually trying to figure out the best way to get this stuff up on my channel up on my advice, do not get old. TikTok, I'm trying to get it up on TikTok over there. All right, here's our problem. Is I can't get to there, but let's see if I can. If I clicked on demo, oh, it said try demo. That's not the demo I want. I don't want try demo. Let's go back over. Let's see if maybe we can actually do this. So 3 lines. Demo is try demo. Is that going to take me to the same spot, or is it different? It takes me to the same spot. So I I'm going to see if I can get around that. I didn't want to do that, but here's the problem. I mean, like I said, it's a fake site, but they have CAPTCHA blocking it so that no black hats get into the fake site. I'm having a little bit of a little thing here. Boomer Jester says he's saving money. He's saving money using it. I will advertise anybody. I have no shame. So let's see if I can do this over here. We're going to try and see if we can get around that. I'm going to go quick edit, and I'm going to do this over here, which means I would do it in 2 lines. I don't have to click demo anymore because I'm going directly to it. I'm going to do this and see if this takes us to this PHP travels over here. Why they would turn that on, I have no idea. I want to show you something else that's kind of cool if this stays up here for a moment. This is showing me a yellow tab. A yellow tab means there's something suspicious or wrong with the page, and you should go and take a look at it. Check this out, buddy. I didn't do it in 3 lines. I did it in 2. Yeah? 2? Hey, anybody, you don't believe me. What's that? You don't believe me? I don't believe me either. Here it is. Could get it as big as possible as I can. Okay. Our statements are down at the bottom. I'm going to try and highlight them over here. Okay. Got that. This just jumped right over to PHP Travels. I went right into demo. Believe it, says Boomer. And I did no action. So remember, what I said was fill in the form. So let's see. Fill out the form. The first thing it says, generate a unique name and enter it in the first name and save as generated last name. This is like a 27 name, and it's got like 1 item over there. Let me see. Just realizing that it says, realize I'm not following you on Twitch. What's the flip? What the flip? I like that. So it generated a unique name, entered it, and saved it, and it saves this. This is a variable, so I can reuse generated last name and verify it somewhere else out there. Okay. And what else do we get over here? So what's my next thing? It says enter James into last name and pick the last name James. Cool. I like that. It automatically filled out the form. This is what AI is for. Anything else? So it basically went through, got those first 2 in there. The AI kind of got so far into it, but the business name and all that stuff, I would have to take this and go into debug mode to go and complete that. So not too bad to start. Let's see. I'm going to go into debug mode, and I'm going to go and give me as much room as I possibly can. And this is going to give me, we can adjust this a little bit. Now my screen is zoomed in so far, so you can't quite see this, but we'll do this. What it did is that it jumped over to the blank screen. This is probably going to come up with Candy with Best Buy over there, because that's the landing page. And I'm going to go and execute this and see how this looks. I'm going to go generate command, and we'll execute this. And so we'll jump to, here's the form. Cool. And then it starts to punch stuff in there, and the AI says, I'm not too sure about the other stuff. So let me take a look at what this other thing's here. If I say select county, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go say, let me modify this value. Let's go take a look at this. Now, because it's already populated, the AI went, okay, forget it. Let's see Serbia. I don't know, I'm just picking out of the random. Serbia sounds good, Serbia. Let's go for that. We're going for Serbia. Serbia, we're going to not generate a unique name. I want to enter Serbia. Serbia. I don't want to enter it. I want to select it. Select Serbia, quote, Serbia. Hopefully I spelled that country correctly. From select country over there. All right. And I need to execute this and see what happens. Does it do it? Come on. It's alive. It's a live mode. And Serbia and Monterey. Serbia. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Make sure that's over here. Serbia. Because Serbia. Oh, Serbia and Montenegro. You got it. Awesome. I like that. I love it when a demo works, especially when I'm doing it on the fly and I don't know where things are going. So blah, blah, blah. You'll probably get more random checks on the screen. All right. Awesome. Thank you very much, Boomer Tester. All right. I've got 10 minutes left. What else do I want to do? I want to click on the WhatsApp number, and I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And I will enter, and it says enter this into that. I don't have to type all this stuff. How freaking easy is that? Business name. Let me take a look. We'll go enter a business name. I will generate a random number for that business name. There's a random business name for that. Email. I'll do that as well. And let's see, I'll generate a random email for that. Let's execute that. And it gives me a random email. It gives me a special one. It says @testrigger-mail.com, because you could send emails back in and then pick up SMS codes and then log in with that way if you want to do that. In fact, what else can you do? If I were to do this, SMS, let's see, SMS and phone calling, SMS messages. You can send SMS messages through Twilio, as well as Nilix, and it will send you phone numbers. In fact, I've got one that will actually call my phone. That's a demo for maybe next Monday. I'll have it make it phone. And he says, that's really neat. That is neat. Okay. I've got that all there. I'm going to click on, let's see, our result. Ooh, let's see. I'm not sure if this will work, but I'll give it a shot. Enter the result of the math equation into result ? Using AI. Okay. I'm pessimistic about this, but let's see if it does it. It'll take a few seconds. Hopefully it finds this sample, this 3 + 1. It will enter 4 in there. I've never tried this before. So 50-50. I put in E. All right, like I said, the AI, to be fair, it tried to do this. I'm going to give it a shot. I suspect, I don't know what it did there, but it will have. I'm going to give it one more shot and give it another try. Let's see, of the simple math equation. See if we get. We're going to try something slightly different. No, we're not testing the definition of insanity. We're just checking to see if this will see how well it does. It's still thinking E. It's interesting. Well, you know what? This means I get to talk to some engineers. And guess what? This becomes our new challenge. If you have a system that can leverage AI and figure out that calculation, you should join me. There's 4 people in here. 4 people. 2 more people just joined over here, and I have another meeting. I tell you what, the 2 other people, guess what? I'm going to try and do this. I'm a little blocked up next week, but I think Monday and Tuesday I'm going to do this. If you jump over to my YouTube channel, since you're late jumping over here, YouTube, it is Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. Okay? The Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard, over here. And you can find me over here. You can see when I'm going live. I'm going to be going live over my lunch. I appreciate 2 more people joining. I've been doing this all week, that there have been live sessions. Here they are. Click on my live over here, and you can see all the live sessions that I've been doing and playing around with, just kind of starting off a little bit. If you want to see me interview other people, you can see this. I love test automation. It is the thing that I'm really happiest about. I have tons and tons of videos that do cool things, and I talk about all of it over here. I also published a book on test automation, WebDriver, Enhanced Test Automation, WebDriver IO. It is a physical book, so if you have a chance, you can go take it. If you're a WebDriver IO person, please absolutely check it out. So that's enough of me kind of doing that. This is, there's the Candy Mapper Challenge right over there. There's some Flutter stuff. But one thing you want to look at over here, oh, this is me doing the cell phone call. I may do that next week. But this is the one you want to take a look at. That's a SpaceX one. It's okay. But there is, Impossible Automation? Yeah, I think this is the one. Yes. This is me doing Impossible Automation over the last 20 years. 20 years, starting with Windrunner. Windrunner isn't even a thing anymore. It doesn't exist, but I still have a copy of it, and I can run it on a virtual machine, which is I love to do. This one, just a little heads up. What is that thing doing? The challenge was to reboot a computer over and over again. Reboot the computer over and over again. How do you shut down? I could write the script to shut it down. How do you bring it back up? This is the channel where you can see all these guys over here. And I forgot to stop the timer once I got that test done, but I did get it done, which is kind of cool. I'm going to hit finish and save. I'm going to confirm that. And I've got 3 minutes left on this session over here. I'm going to go and rerun this test case. Now, don't mind this. This is 8 minutes. That's how long I was putzing around trying to build it. We're going to go and I'm going to go give it a little bit more and save and retest and see what it does. I want it to be done in less than 8 minutes. So we'll let the AI try and do that solution again. If I come up with a better way, I may putz with this over the weekend and check it out. So we're down to our last 2 minutes of this live session. If anyone, Boomer says, physical books are the best. I have tons of them up on my screen. Absolutely. If you ever want to learn how to do AAPI testing with UFT, if you're still using that, Joe Colantonio's book, The API Manifesto. If you ever wanted to learn a little bit more about QTP, I think things are going to fall on me. If you want to learn about, this is the book that I use. This is my oldest book, Quick Test Professional Unplugged QTP, back before it changed over there. And that is written by a guy with Tawan Lawani. He kind of disappeared off the scene. I don't know where he went, but check this out. This is all green, but I still think this is going to get, let's see what it did the first time. It gave me an E, and it gave me an E again. I mean, it knew where to go. It just doesn't quite know how to do this. So that's AI not being quite as smart as it is. And Joe's great, legit great person. Yes, I've been on this conference, the stuff. If you want to learn more about me, just before I go in this last 30 seconds, go to Joe Colantonio's Test Guild. Go to the Test Guild like this, and you can find stuff about me very quickly. This is how you do it. Go and take a look at, do a search, podcasts. We can go to podcasts, and you can do a search. There's a search for webinars, podcasts, automation testing. Over here, automation testing, and do a search like this and look for Halloween. Halloween, HALLOWWEN spells Halloween. And you will see I'm the guy. Everything for the last 9 years, I'm the guy he talked to. So, and the conference was well worth it. I have all the recordings of that, by the way. So, yeah, it's great. So if you want to learn more about me and all this other stuff, the Halloween specials, all this stuff, it goes back 9 years. Take a look at that date. You notice that date? It's somewhere around the last week of October. you will find stuff about me doing all sorts of crazy stuff and doing some terrible impressions at the same time. All right, everybody, this is it. 1 hour is done. I hope you enjoyed watching all this cool stuff with Test Rigger. I'll be back next week, probably Monday and Tuesday during lunch, right about this time. And have yourself a great day. Thank you, Boomer Tester, for joining and putting in some stuff over there. I think he's giving me a claps or something over there. Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody. Cheers.